Yes, the time is 5 minutes past 5. It's now time to bring you an hour with RARDUJA. Stay with us.
RARDUJA, RARDUJA, for Africa, for Africa. I've got dreams and goals to shape lives and homes, re-educate the world. I am RARDUJA, called to renew minds, motivate our kind, by the grace of God. I am RARDUJA, RARDUJA for you, RARDUJA for me, Africa for all, one big family. RARDUJA for you, RARDUJA for me, Africa for all, happy of the earth. RARDUJA.
Yes, RARDUJA. Good evening and welcome to an hour with RARDUJA here on Orient 94.5 FM. My name is Joyce and I'm your host this evening on the program. RARDUJA, of course, as you who may already know, stands for Re-Educating Africans on the risks and dangers of unplanned journey abroad. That's RARDUJA, and that's what RARDUJA is all about, re-educating Africans on the risks and dangers of unplanned journey abroad. And today on the program, we are talking about illegal migration and post-COVID-19 pandemic. That's our topic, our focus this evening: illegal migration and post-COVID-19 pandemic. And with me here in the studio to take care of this subject matter are Sir Barrister Ifeanyi Onumba. That's a very familiar name, of course, on this platform and other platforms too. He is a social crusader, as you know, as well as a legal person. Sir Barrister Ifeanyi Onumba. Good evening, you're welcome. It's a long time, Chief.
Yeah, thank you, Joyce. So happy to be here again. So happy to see you.
It's a good thing. Thank you for joining us. And then, of course, we also have Engineer Andrew Juru, who is the National Supervisor, RARDUJA International. Engineer Andrew Juru, it's good to have you on the program.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
evening, my dear listeners.
All right. Now, let's get on with it. Illegal migration and post-COVID-19 pandemic. Of course, everyone knows that the world has been overtaken by this terrible pandemic. And we've got to plan everything bearing this coronavirus stuff in mind. Now, Chief, let's talk about illegal migration. Throw some light on illegal migration. What it is all about.
Yes, thank you so much. And I want to appreciate RARDUJA for putting this program in place, geared towards educating especially the young ones to know and understand the dangers and risks inherent, on this kind of unplanned journey abroad. I lost friends, in the 80s and in the 80s and 90s, who made attempts equally like this to travel. So it's something everybody knows that is not good, and we continue to educate our people, in spite of the fact that we understand, the frustrations, that push them, to literally sometimes sweep across the oceans. We really have to think twice. And even before this COVID, traveling to a place, a country like America, is so difficult now.
Exactly.
With the stringent,
measures put in place
by the Trump administration. So that's one, coupled with this COVID, so I think we really have to sit down and think twice now before traveling. It wasn't even worth it traveling America before this, traveling to America before this COVID thing. So
illegal migration, Engineer Andrew, illegal migration means to travel out illegally? Simple and short, right? Or
exactly.
Is there more to it than
without
justice?
Correct papers, the documents. When you leave the shores of Nigeria without the proper documents, it becomes illegal.
Exactly. Okay, simple. That's just it. Without the correct or legal documents,
yes,
you travel through the Mediterranean Sea and all of that,
Mediterranean Sea, desert, or using as long as your papers are not up to date, it becomes illegal.
Okay, now, Chief, Sir Barrister Ifeanyi Onumba wants to throw more light on this.
I pinned it when I said literally swimming across the oceans. You see bodies, corpses of the Africans, being washed ashore. by the Atlantic Ocean. That is just the definition of that illegal travel. Because if they have done it, if they do it well,
legally.
If they do it well legally, they would need to swim across the ocean.
Yes, let's talk about, before we juxtapose illegal migration and the post-COVID pandemic or coronavirus, let's talk about reasons why you think many young Nigerians or many Nigerians would travel illegally. What are some of the reasons? What is driving them?
The
driving
reasons
force?
are many. One is poverty, which is being engineered by unemployment. Also, we also have political unrest in some African countries. I must speak to let you know that RARDUJA is not just Nigeria only. We also in some African countries. Yes, that's why it is called re-educating Africans. Yes. So political unrest, we have insecurity, and illiteracy is also one of them. But for us as an NGO, we are looking at the key factor, which we call lack of information or misrepresentation of information. So that is where we are actually as an NGO working towards or working for. Because all these other ones, there are some things that are set in place by government to take care of them. We can really address them. But you see the issue of lack of information, that is what we are doing.
All right. Now, Barrister Ifeanyi Olumba, what's the main age group involved in this illegal migration? African, yes.
Majorly they are young men, and like he pointed out, misinformed. Many want to go out there. They believe, just go there and see trees,
pluck dollars from
and
trees,
come back. And this is why we sometimes need education. Even socially, our musicians can be doing that equally. I remember listening to a track when I was growing up as a young man, singing, Jamaican, admonishing the youth not to travel, that kind of thing. England no nice, England no nice, England no nice, Lord is not paradise. Some people think England is so nice, so when you hop on the plane, you better think twice. Down in Jamaica, you can find a lot of acres. When you're hungry, plant banana. But when you get to England and you're hungry, and you have no pound, you look like Halliburton. That is just that. Those driven by poverty and those driven by insecurity, genuinely, that's understandable. Like what is happening up north now, especially, even yesterday they said about 47 persons killed in Katsina. Such things, drive people, make people to want to migrate from where they live. That is one. Then insecurity with, that's what I just mentioned. Being misinformed, and then poverty, and then political instability and all those things. But we all know now, truth must be told, we never had it so bad in terms of insecurity. So many are fleeing the country, fleeing from the horror of things like Boko Haram, bandits and all those things. So I think these are reasons why people flee. Want to literally swim across the ocean. Not want to literally swim across the ocean. It's happening.
Yes,
and you see them, and that's the kind of, overloaded on a boat. And they know it is a kind of Russian roulette. We either make it or we die, we perish. Honestly, and that's it. And sometimes when the kind of sea wave comes like this, you see them even throwing some aboard, into the ocean. It's really worrisome. So with 1 hour use, I'm so happy with this program because equally on my own, I've been campaigning over the years against this kind of illegal immigration. No matter what, we can make it work here. Especially now with what is happening, our political leaders, to everybody, both the leaders and the led, it's a lesson. We had problems traveling abroad, and now look at us. People are kind of pushing us away from their countries, and then what do we do? I think we'll get to that. Think about how to make our country work.
Yes, listen. So basically, the common age group. The age group is the young people.
Yeah.
Okay, between the ages of
teenagers.
We've had some of them that left as early as some ladies that left when they were maybe 14, 15.
Ladies?
Yes.
Oh, really?
And you see, the issue is their parents also pressurize them. Like in those states, okay?
Yeah.
When I was in those states, then if there's no family in those states that have gone to Italy, they don't consider themselves lucky. But it's changing now because of information.
Yes.
We are doing so much work in those states.
Okay.
In fact, most of our campaigns have been in those states.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yes, we do
because
several campaigns in those in Benin City.
Yeah.
We have an office there already, regional offices in those states. So, with these ages, but for the men, mostly is between the ages of 18
and above.
Yeah. But we've also had some people who are elderly that left.
Okay, elderly people?
Yes.
Illegally?
Yes. They didn't know.
Oh
They were
my
just told all is okay.
Elderly as like
50 something.
okay, 60.
They were just told everything is okay.
Oh my God.
They didn't know. You see, that's what I'm talking about information.
Yeah.
You see, we always tell people when you want to travel, ensure you, because when we go for our seminars, we tell them visit the embassy.
Okay.
Nobody does paper for you in essential. It doesn't work. Your biometrics must be taken. So they don't know. You just tell them you join your daughter, you join the old me, and so they just engage in the journey, and then becomes frustration.
You know, I'm trying to imagine these elderly people on the high sea, you know, for this, or in the deserts crossing over, because you see, I recall what happened in Libya some 2-3 years ago. You remember, where so many of them illegal migrants were dumped at the border, you know, and many of them were weeping. They wanted to come back to Nigeria. Anyway, that's a story for another. Let's talk about the challenges. What are some of the challenges these illegal migrants encounter over there? You know, some of these challenges that made NGOs like RARDUJA to intensify their work in this regard, to discourage young people, young Africans from crossing over. Tell us some of the challenges they encounter when they leave the shores of Africa illegally.
You see, some of them, the journey ends in the airport. When they
Which airport? Airport across?
Yes. When they get there, they say, okay, let's do a control, let's see your documents, only for them to check, and they don't have, they send them back.
That's for those who went by air.
Yes. And some of them, we had cases of some of them that narrated to us the ordeals they passed through when they were going to Libya through the desert.
Okay.
They told us of how many people died. They said at a point in time, there was a place they got to, there was no enough water. They finally saw a pit. And then the lady was telling us, she's back now. She's back. It's one of those who also empowered, because we also empower some of the
Yes.
Right. So she told us that there was one water they saw. So they were drinking it, but it was smelling, and they knew that dead bodies were inside. But they didn't have any option. They drank it because they must leave. But in the process of doing, while they were still there, somebody fell inside.
Jesus Christ.
That is on the way. Now, some of them that managed to finally get to their destination. Now, she was telling us her story that when she finally got to Libya, the person that carried her now handed her over to that person. So you were like, what is happening? They say, they don't sell you. So you have to make way
modern
and get money and free yourself. So some of them will start calling their brothers and sisters, they will send money, and they'll be treating them rough inside, they will send money. Some of them will start doing menial works there to have money. And I was like, okay, how do you do it? Say, when you get the money, you come back to them, you pay, they record it. When your money gets to that amount they sold you, they will allow you go. But maybe you are leaving that camp, somebody else is controlling you to his own camp. So it becomes from one camp of slavery to another camp of slavery. And then some of them that are finally lucky, it's okay, it's time to cross over. Talking about those that in Libya that want to cross over
to Europe,
they now pay another money. You see, they first tell them that just give us 300,000, 400,000, we'll cross you over. But they end up spending they spend so many millions of naira, 800,000, they've still not crossed over.
And that is if they survive.
If that's what I'm saying. Those that have shown you this or this, by the time they finally get to that essence, and some of them are still alive. The lady that this was she was telling us how when they are in the desert, that the truck that was carrying them was moving very fast. Some people were falling on the way. Who cares?
Oh my God.
They just continue the journey.
all because they want to cross over to. I don't know. They're not even sure of what they're going to encounter there. You know,
they are still what they call. I've forgotten what they were calling them, but they are desert mafias.
Okay.
Who
mafias.
also control them there in the desert, take their money and start from there, raping some of them.
All right.
Right.
So it's terrible.
It's so much.
These are some of the challenges, some of the difficulties.
This is just few I just mentioned. That's not
and yeah, it's exactly because you see, because of the curfew, we have to cut short this particular edition today because we all have to leave here before 6, get to our homes before 6 o'clock. So we shall be concluding around 5:45, and this is also to inform you that we shall change the time of this program to Wednesdays for now. Of course, during this period, Wednesday 12:05 to 1 o'clock. Don't forget to keep it with us every Wednesday. From now onwards, to further notice, every Wednesday from 12:05 to about 1 o'clock. I would have loved to ask about your work, cooperation with institutions like NAPTIP and the rest of them. Do you have to work with NAPTIP?
They are big time.
Okay, cooperate with them.
Yes. In fact, they've given my president and founder the chief ambassador of NAPTIP in Nigeria.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Not just the ambassador, they have other ambassadors.
Yeah.
But they made him. When he came to Nigeria, the DG gave him that place. The chief ambassador of Nigeria, because of the enormous work he's doing over there and this place.
Okay, thank you so very much. Yes, I would also like, I know it will be more believable. We would love to hear testimonials from some of these people we have rescued, like the story of the lady. She could record and we play her voice, her own testimony on it.
Just in case you are hearing us and you have a testimony, you can also call online.
Exactly. That would be nice. Well, very shortly we shall open our lines and then invite you to join the conversation. If you have any question to ask any of my resource persons, you would do that, please. And then if you have an experience to share, you also, it would be nice to hear your experience. Then, of course, while you are at it or when you conclude your call, we ask you to pick a number. We have a lineup of questions here. You pick in any of the numbers, we'll ask you the questions. And don't forget, if you get it right, the answer correct, you win something for yourself. How is that? Now, the number to call is 0703 126 6597. That's the first number, or 0809 305 7377. I hope you got it. 0809 305 7377. Please go ahead and join the conversation now. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, Joy.
Yes, good evening, and welcome to the program.
Thank you. My name is Chief Dr. Fidel Onyeneke, and I'm calling from Afino, where I was local.
So nice to have you on this program, Chief Fidel Onyeneke. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. My good brother, Chief Ifan Olumba, and the director of the day are doing a wonderful work.
Thank you so much, Chief Fidel.
Yes. I want to say that illegal migration has become a problem in this country because of the lapses and the ineptitude of our security agencies, especially the customs, the immigration, and all those who are supposed to screen people. In fact, we have found ourselves in a country where you drive your way and cross the borders. And of course, police and others have found it difficult to even trace these cabals, these agents who deal on human trafficking. And thank God for what NAPTIP and some other agencies are doing. But the truth is that desperation has remained a problem. We must use orientation as the orientation. We must use public enlightenment and educate Nigeria so that they know that east to west, home is the best.
Yes, exactly.
I want to thank God for this program, and I pray that we sustain it.
Yeah,
God bless you. I'm
don't hang up yet, please. We want to ask you a question. Now, please pay attention. You are traveling. No, pick a number. We have 1 to 5. Let's see.
Okay, let me pick one. This is number one.
Okay, yes, exactly. Now, pay attention, please. You are traveling abroad and you have not physically appeared before the embassy to do your biometrics. Is it a sign that you are being trafficked? True or false? A, true. B, false. Which one?
I don't know
Okay, I'll take it again. You are traveling abroad, and you have not physically appeared before the embassy to do your biometrics,
Yes.
is it a sign that you are being trafficked? True or false?
True now. That is the same thing. You're going abroad. You won't have to go to the embassy.
All right.
Who is taking you abroad and don't pass through the embassy means that you are not required in that particular country. That is still 419.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Now give me your number so that we can send you an airtime. Okay? Your number, please.
My number is 0803. Then
32. Yes.
71 288.
288. Thank you very much. We have taken it down. We shall send you your reward later on. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. You are doing a wonderful work there.
Thank you very much. God bless you too. Bye bye. Oh yes, keep the calls coming in. It's now time for our audience to join in the conversation, participate, and try to win something. Hello.
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 Daniel. Hello.
You're welcome, please.
Yes.
Tell us your name, where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Pastor Daniel from Obese.
Pastor Daniel from Obize. You're welcome. Please go ahead. What's your opinion? What would you like to say?
Yes, I really enjoyed this program because this is the nutshell of the whole matter.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, I want to talk about something that we are forgetting here.
Okay.
The way people migrate outside illegally. Now that we are having problems, facing situations, some migrate into the country illegally. That is why you are seeing different cases of sickness now happening now.
Okay.
If they don't touch out, the country will face bankruptcy of sickness about this movement that is going on.
Okay.
Because people are passing push because they don't bother and others to come into the country. And people are not checked. This is another problem of illegal migration. Also, I hear from the city. These people that are going outside for business or prostitution, it's to the fault of the government.
Okay. Sister, Pastor Daniel, your time is almost up. Please round up now.
I would say let us put our own help in order, our help together to help our country.
All right.
And the people do not have the education.
Thank you. Now, don't hang up yet. Pick a number. We have a lineup of questions from 1 to 5. Pick a number so we ask you a question. You can win something.
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay, please pay attention. The protection granted by a state to someone who has left their home as a political refugee is passport, asylum, or assistance. Which of them is correct? Assistance. No, that's the wrong answer. We're so sorry. You didn't get it right. Thank you anyhow for joining us. Thank you very much. Now, there's a question we should ask, in fact, which is the basic of this particular edition. Do you think illegal migration will reduce after the COVID-19 pandemic? Barrister Ifeanyi Onumba.
Yes, like I said the other time, COVID-19 is a lesson to both the leaders and the led. And I'm sure, you know, if I want to believe so.
Okay.
Because, like Femi Falana advised, immortalize the chief of staff, Abba Carrier, by doing what? You know, a kind of fixing our healthcare delivery system.
Okay, that's.
And I'm sure after the federal government will look into it.
All right.
If things function here, if our healthcare delivery system is functioning, our economy is functioning, everything is functioning, what else would one want to go to do outside there?
Okay.
And then if the security is built up equally, like Boko Haram, the camp is crumbling now. If eventually it crumbles, you know, with onslaught coming from Chad and the one now being led by our own chief of army staff, then if that place you know becomes peaceful now, and of course it's going to reduce. You can see it.
Exactly.
That will help reduce it because of the what people are fleeing to seek what the question you asked the other time, asylum.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now, Engineer Andrew, what do you think? Illegal migration and post-COVID-19 pandemic. What's the relationship between the COVID-19 pandemic and illegal migration? And what do you think will happen after post-COVID-19 pandemic? Do you think illegal migration will come down or shoot up?
For a start, it's going to come down.
Why?
Because nobody wants to leave immediately because this whole thing is not just going to end suddenly. So even when it ends, it's going to be dying down little by little. So some people will still be scared.
Okay.
But once they are sure that everywhere is settled, we've spoken to some people and we told them the ordeals that illegal immigrants pass through. They said it's better for me to die there than to die here. So unless you begin to feel some of these things, it will increase.
Okay.
But also, if our people are not well informed, the traffickers themselves, they come with luring words.
Yeah.
There are many things they tell them. If they still don't know, if our people are still not aware and not properly informed, they're still going to be a rise.
All right.
So we must inform them.
Thank you very much. Moreover, the economy of most countries
that's where I'm
yes.
That's what I'm driving at now.
Please,
we are thinking about Corona now. We're not thinking about the fallout
of the virus.
Which will even kind of take years to amend.
Rebuild.
They come to rebuild. The economies of a lot of nations definitely have crumbled. Come down. So nobody's thinking about along that line now.
Even welcoming refugees.
We are thinking about how to survive now.
Exactly.
A lot of people, heads of state, president and the prime minister are thinking about how to survive. How do we get out of this? How do we discover, the vaccine to, battle this with? Nobody's thinking about the fallout. That's the economy.
Exactly.
So when after the thing now, the horizon becomes clearer, then we'll start thinking about the economy. What are you going to do when they are down?
Exactly.
Are you going to see the dollars on the streets?
Not anymore.
You won't even see the trees again that grow dollars. Even while they may be looking for people to come and help, clean up the mess.
Yeah.
And again, with this disease now, it's a lesson like I told you. Nobody would want to go to that place.
Exactly.
Of course,
But if we don't let them know this thing, they might. That's what
education.
Yes,
information.
They need to know that. See, when you are traveling to, the economy is down. Because if our people don't know, they will just get lured and then they will leave.
Enlightenment. And Joyce, please, I want you to understand something, because you're in the media. You do it, you have been helping society all this while. And then soon now, August meeting will equally be there. Through August meeting, you sensitize people
about this. Exactly.
Of course, let it be a team.
Yes, that's a good idea for your organization. You could cash in to the August meeting stuff every year.
Especially
select some people to go and talk to the women, in the villages.
Yeah, we've also been doing that and talk that. But you see, sometimes when you come there, they think there's something else you want to say, and they ask you to pay some such this amount of money, and before we allow you in, think
then when the time
somebody are coming to help
they think we are coming to sell market. So this is the problem we are having.
When the time comes now, you will kind of collaborate with I think the governor's wife all over in
yes, that's a good one.
They will be interested in this kind
of the governor, exactly. That's a good one. Thank you so very much. So now the answer to the question, do you think illegal migration will reduce after the COVID-19 pandemic, is definitely no, because these other countries where they are going to are busy trying to rebuild their collapsed economies due to the COVID-19, right? Moreover, psychologically too, these countries are not ready to take in refugees.
So people should know that, and then let them stay back and do something. Let them start taking up.
Yes, we want to talk about our time is anyway. We'll talk more about this next week, hopefully, because I would have loved you to give suggestions to our young people, all these people who want to leave the country. If they don't leave, many of them, like you said, engineer, they're desperate, they're blinded. Okay, what will it take to make them stay back? What advice do you give to these young people to make them stay back in Nigeria and try to make something of their lives, Chief?
Well, the advice, part of what we are doing here a kind of sensitization. And then through the traditional rulers, we all from different villages, communities, have people abroad. I say it, I keep saying it, even before the advent of COVID. Ask your relatives in America. Many of them are frustrated, and they want to come home. In fact, nothing is stranded, nothing is working there. Before this corona thing or COVID-19 thing came up. So we would equally wish such people, persons abroad, talk to their traditional rulers, talk to their relatives down home here. Men, don't think about coming here. We are frustrated. If we have our way, we will be coming home. That's the position of things.
Be truthful. Many of them are not truthful. That's why these young people want to go. Okay, let's take one call before we conclude. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. You have 60 seconds, please. Thank you for joining us. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay. I am Elder Matthew Okorobe. I'm calling from Umugoma.
You're welcome. Elder Matthew, you're welcome to the program. Please go ahead.
Thank you. I want to say good evening to Chief Lumba and the engineer in Canada.
Thank you, Elder. Good evening.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to believe that as soon as this
COVID-19,
this corona virus, as you call it, alias 19, COVID-19, as soon as it finishes, I think none of our young boys or young girls or even the government officials will like to fetch England, America, Canada, so on and so on. They won't. Because they have seen a very big disadvantage in this very past 4-5 months we are in. So that is what I think. It will be difficult for anybody to quickly run over to overseas. Nobody can do it.
Okay, thank you. That's the answer to our question. Now, thank you so very much for sharing your thoughts with us. I would like you to pick a number from 1 to 5. We'll ask you a question.
Okay, let me pick that number 5.
Number 5, okay. It has been taken. Please speak. Okay. Don't worry, you're in luck. Okay, pay attention, please. The protection granted by a state to someone who has left their home as a political refugee is a passport, an asylum, or an assistance. Which one?
It's an asylum.
It's an asylum. Thank you very much. Congratulations. You got it correct. Now give us your number so we can send you some airtime.
Thank you. And my number is 070
070
38
38
88
44 66 47. Okay, 47. Thank you very much, Elder Matthew. Thank you. God bless you. Well, okay. Well, this is to inform you that this program will be coming up again next week, Wednesday. We've shifted it due to the curfew in place in the state. We've shifted it to Wednesdays, every Wednesday, from 12:05 to about 1 o'clock. Don't forget to keep it date with us then. We really have to go now because our time is up. But last words from my guests, Barrister Ifeanyi Olumba. Your advice to young people?
Yeah, I advise young people, please, with what is happening all over the world globally today, I don't think it is worth it anymore. Let us just remain here, pray to God, and then work equally with our leaders, kind of hoping that the system will change so that all of us will be happy down here.
Thank you very much. Engineer Andrew?
Yeah, don't be deceived. Every nation is going to build an economy after now. So don't go to any other country thinking you're going to block dollar in the street. Stay back and do something for yourself and productive.
Exactly. Thank you so very much. Now, before we go, I would like to send special thanks to the sponsors, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Germany. We are very grateful to you, Prince E.E. Duru, KSM. We are equally grateful. Honorable Eddie Duru, President and Founder, RARDUJA International. Some people ask, well, how do you spell RARDUJA? RARDUJA is spelled RARDUJA. D as in duck or dog, okay? UJA. RARDUJA. There are 2 R's. RARDUJA. You can always access us on our different social media platforms. All right, and we're on Facebook and on Twitter. Don't forget to go there and find out more about RARDUJA International. Now, I would also like to thank some of their team members who accompanied who came around this evening. Engineer Andy Duru, Mrs. Martha Duru, Ambassador Hans Uzoma, and of course Eustace Okere, microphone partner. He's a microphone person too. Eustace, good to see you.
Oh, it's a pleasure always.
All right. Okay, so on that note, I would like to say thank you to you all for joining us today on An Hour with RARDUJA. Don't forget, we shall return next week Wednesday at 12:05. From 12:05 to 1 p.m. We'll have the full time then. I thank you all again for being there. My name is Joyce Unebu. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
RARDUJA, RARDUJA, for Africa, for Africa. I've got dreams and goals to shape lives and homes, re-educate the world. I am RARDUJA, called to renew minds, motivate our kind, by the grace of God. I am RARDUJA, RARDUJA for you, RARDUJA for me, Africa for all, one big family. RARDUJA for you, RARDUJA for me, Africa for all.